In this video, I'm going to be talking about video games coming out in 2024. Let's get this ball rolling here as it's already early January as I'm filming this. So the first one on our list coming in at number 10 is the new Prince of Persia game. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown will be out in January 2024. It's a return to a series that was once really beloved. Of course, there was a remake of Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time that got pushed and now who knows where it is. But this is a new sequel. It's a brand new game in the series, sort of going back to its roots, but also pushing forward with some new Metroidvania elements. 2D game with a pretty cool looking art direction. It looks like a lot of fun, and I think that Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown shows a lot of promise. I'm hearing some pretty decent things about the gameplay and everything. I've never really played the series, but I think I'm pretty excited for this one. Taking the 9th spot on my list is Senua's Saga: Hellblade II. This is a sequel to the critically acclaimed and fantastic Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, a fantastic game that was originally only on PlayStation, and now we're getting a sequel for Xbox. Microsoft has been talking about it for quite some time, and it's been pushed a lot. It's hard to say when it's coming out, but hey, it says 2024. I feel like it's pretty safe to say it will happen this year. Hellblade 2 looks amazing. The graphics were fantastic in the predecessor, and they look even better this time around. Really looking like they're going to push the Series X's limits. It looks great in gameplay as well, and the story, the dramatic, intense storytelling, the brutal action and everything, coupled with, like I said, some amazing graphics. Hellblade 2 should be a stellar game and a reason to have a Series X in 2024. Vanishing Ghosts of New Eden takes the next place on my list. A new IP, which is always exciting. It is a big action RPG. It looks like it's kind of not a full-blown open world maybe, but definitely a larger scale world with some pretty interesting magical abilities and combat and stuff. You've got these ghost hunters. It looks good graphic wise for sure. I think this game just looks very exciting. It's a new thing, and I'm always down for that, and it looks pretty ambitious. We'll have to see how Vanishing Ghosts of New Eden is when it comes out in this year of 2024. In researching for this video, I actually realized that The Wolf Among Us 2 never came out and was supposed to. It's been so long, and I kind of forgot that it was in development, and it made me really excited realizing that, hey, at the time of recording, The Wolf Among Us 2 is set for a 2024 release date. That's why it makes it on this list. The first game is really good. That was when Telltale Games was sort of at the top. The Walking Dead and everything, they were pushing out different IPs and adapting some really interesting storylines, and it was all about the choices you'd make. You know, this is like the PS3, Xbox 360 going into the PS4, Xbox One era of games, and The Wolf Among Us was awesome. Taking some interesting fairy tale characters and characters that you've known about from books you read in school and stuff like that, and telling a really interesting, mature tale with some great storylines and mysteries and character development and tough choices to be made. I truly loved The Wolf Among Us. It makes me actually want to go revisit it right now that I'm talking about it. And I'm really excited for The Wolf Among Us 2, which is set for this year. Don't know too much about that. I know it was announced a little while back after all the things that happened with Telltale and whatnot. You know, it's been a long time coming. But The Wolf Among Us is getting a sequel, and I'm very excited for that. Films like The Thing, Halloween, and Big Trouble in Little Chinatown are associated with the likes of the legendary John Carpenter. So now we're getting a video game set for a 2024 release date, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. The game is coming out this year as a co-op shooter, and it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to have a lot of fun, exciting energy to it. John Carpenter is a name that would mean we're going to get a lot of comedy and over-the-top gore and excitement and action, and I think it's going to be really cool. It's a unique new game coming out with some pretty fun-looking shooting gameplay that we've seen in the reveal. It's set to come out this year. I don't know a whole lot more about it yet at the time of recording, but I'm very excited, and I'm not even that big a fan of like co-op shooters and stuff, but I'm definitely checking out John Carpenter's Toxic Commando this year. I can't say I've ever played any Stalker games. However, I've been very excited for Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, and that's why it's next on my list. This is an upcoming Xbox game that I feel like I had on the same lists in the past because this game was totally supposed to be out by now. All things considered, it's been in development for a little while now, but hey, Stalker 2 is looking good. I hope it delivers when it pops out this year. Stalker 2 has some very exciting world building in there and gameplay gameplay. It reminds me of some games that I truly love in Metro Exodus and the predecessors. And also, I just think the gameplay looks like a lot of fun and sort of very engaging, and the world looks so interesting and pretty dark and stuff. I'm super interested in the story that they're going to tell. I cannot wait for Heart of Chernobyl. Definitely play that on my Series X if it actually makes a release of 2024. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Man, this game, it feels like it should have been out by now. Yeah, but here I am talking about it in another video. It's one of those games that, again, I just feel like it's made every list. Anticipated games of 2022, 2023, and here we are. And I'm genuinely looking forward to playing this. Now, I have a lot of skepticism. I feel like in the past, I don't know how exactly if this was my number one, but like for sure, I would have had a lot more like full-blown optimism. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League has been a little bit up and down for me in terms of my feelings on it, but all in all now, I'm happy to say this is a day one purchase, but I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of, you know, a little concern. I hope they deliver. My main issue is like they've been in development with this game for some time. Batman Arkham Knight dropped in 2015. So Rocksteady's had a very, very long time to put out their next big game. It really needs to live up to the hype. Their partner in, you know, with Gotham Knights coming from WB Montreal, a little bit of a disappointment, you know what I'm saying? So I hope Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League delivers. It looks like really, really fun. It reminds me a lot of, say, something like Infamous, the Batman Arkham games, and Spider-Man games, naturally. Also a little Sunset Overdrive type vibe, you know what I mean? And I love DC characters. I love the characters in the Suicide Squad, and I love the storyline that they're telling. And it seems really vibrant and exciting, and also it seems like it's gonna get dark with the story and everything. I'm just excited for more of this world and seeing where we're going and see what Rocksteady's been cooking up for forever. You know what I'm saying? So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's coming out in February. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm just gonna be a little bit concerned going in, you know?
Penguin is in flight.
Then let's clip his wings.
Oh my god! He's getting up!
Hitting him again.
He's ran out the door! Somebody stop him!
Did that get him?
No! It very much did not get him. Waller, blow up his head!
Hey guys, before I give you my top three, the big three most anticipated games of 2024 for me, I want to throw you 5 honorable mentions. These are some titles that I'm excited for, just didn't quite make the cut.
This is madness!
Are you crazy? Fall on your knees, wear the mask, praise his name.
Eyes on the prize. Donkey Kong has stolen all the mini Mario toys from the factory. And it's up to Mario to track him down. Whoa, Peach transformed into Sword Fighter Peach. By transforming, she can use fantastic show-stopping abilities. Fend off the Sour Bunch with sensational swordplay.
Now we're in my top 3 most anticipated games of the year, starting off with Star Wars Outlaws at number 3. This is a big, exciting time for Star Wars games, if done right, now that they are not just under EA, a publisher who I've been disappointed by a lot. Not to say Ubisoft hasn't been a disappointment either. I mean, things happen, right? Not every game is perfect, but Star Wars Outlaws is being developed by Massive Games, and they've got me very excited for this new project. It's a big action, adventure, open world Star Wars game. You know, a lot of those things I just said are great. I'm talking about me loving a good open world game. And even though Ubisoft has gotten a little dry and repetitive with some of their open world stuff, I feel like all in all, they've made a formula that I kind of love. And Star Wars is a franchise that I truly, truly love as well. The premise takes place in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, a really exciting time, especially basing on the love I would say so many people have for those films in particular. But yeah, we're taking on some new characters, doing some big heists here. It looks like it's going to be a pretty exciting, large-scale adventure with new planets and stuff. And also the gameplay should have some different branching dialogue and options, vehicular combat, naval space type combat, and hand-to-hand, you know, melee combat with weapons and stuff, stealth. You know, I feel like it's going to be drawing drawing a lot of inspiration in terms of games from the likes of Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, and Jedi Survivor, but also taking some of the more aerial combat stuff inspiration from, say, Battlefront, right? And then you also are going to be looking at Ubisoft's open world games and seeing how they do things in terms of traversal, unlocking access to new stuff on the map, this and that and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're in good hands with Massive Entertainment. I feel like there's a lot of cool elements and a lot of stuff to be really excited for. So this is the big deal for me. Star Wars Outlaws is my number 3 most anticipated title of 2024. Coming up next on my list is a game that I think could be a really big PlayStation exclusive. It is Rise of the Ronin. This could be the next Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like it's natural enough to compare it, you know, in terms of style, aesthetic, time period, and combat and whatnot. But this could really give that a run for its money. Rise of the Ronin looks awesome, man. We're looking at a huge, beautiful looking Ronin action game with some exciting combat, real stylish, really violent and fun. And like, I feel like it is taking Ghost of Tsushima and it's adding a little more of a Souls-like element to it. That sounds overplayed, but like, no, this looks genuinely good. It takes place in the mid 1800s in Japan. You're playing as this Ronin. I feel like that's all we need to say. You know what I'm saying? This is a big action game with some badass combat and it looks beautiful. It's a PS5 exclusive. Say less, I'm in on Rise of the Ronin. And then finally, number 1, my most anticipated game of 2024 is Black Myth: Wukong. This is a hugely ambitious title. When I talk about big upcoming games, particularly those that are on next-gen consoles that are showcasing the power of these consoles, I look at something like Black Myth: Wukong. This is a beautiful looking game, cinematic, amazing visuals and gameplay. The scale of it all looks epic. This game looks very, very good. I feel like it's super ambitious. It's one of those titles that I'm incredibly excited about and optimistic about. It's set for a release date, finally, in August of 2024. Black Myth: Wukong has been in development for a little bit. We've seen some trailers and some gameplay over time. It's been advertised and it's finally coming out this summer. It's going to be the big title. This is a big next-gen game. This is one of those like, yeah, if you don't have a PS5 or Series X or a nice PC, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Black Myth: Wukong has some Souls-like sort of gameplay, heavy on the big boss encounters and stuff, fast but also very methodical gameplay, brutal, very exciting stuff, gorgeous graphics in this fascinating looking open world with a storyline based on incredible piece of storytelling in Journey to the West. The game looks epic. It looks just really promising. So that's kind of why it had to be my number 1 game that I'm the most excited for in 2024.
Sweet destiny.
So hey guys, with all that being said, I'm trying to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below, what are we playing this year? What games are on your radar? What did I miss? Maybe you have different interests than me, and maybe you're excited for the same things I'm excited for. Let me know. Let's have a conversation about video games. And thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate your time here. Maybe subscribe, maybe come back for some more. I hope you guys are all doing great. And until next time, guys, have a great day.